Uh-oh, uh-oh. Testing one, two, testing one, two. Let me start that. Yes. Welcome to the upper room. Do I even have volume? Oh, I did a sound check just before, but here we are. I should have volume. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the upper room. It is Pete over here. Let me turn on some background music. I have to have some background music over here. Boom. Welcome to the upper room, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hang on a second. I am live. Give me a moment. I've got. There you go. That's it. That's it. Let me turn on these comments real open. 1, 2, and wide. All right. Here we go. I can't hear myself very well. Here we go. That's better. Let me do the volume over here. Guys, welcome. Welcome to the upper room. It's just me today. You're going to be hanging out with me. Today, I've actually got something interesting for you guys. I've got a couple of things we're going to go through. But before I do that, let me just do the proper welcomes. Quick sound check. I see that. Oh, hang on. That's a bit loud. That's a bit loud for me. Sorry, guys. There you go. Better. Okay. I see Andreas, you in the building. How's it going? Gavin, you were here from the beginning. Let me actually turn down the background music here. Let's switch it up. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's the vibe. It's raining outside. It is a bit of a wintry day today. And I thought tomorrow was a public holiday, but it isn't. It's a public holiday in England. So I'm having a bit of a public holiday tomorrow, but today is not going to be like one of those typical Sundays. Let's look at this. So today, like I mentioned in the comments, I have some good news, some minor good news. And when I said minor good news, Gavin, you said, you asked, hey, hang on, can you guys hear me? Let's do a quick sound check. Can you hear me? Let me do this quick sound check here quickly. You said, don't keep us in suspense, mate. Are you getting married? Is that what you're thinking? Is that the first thought that jumped into your mind when I said I have some minor good news? You were thinking it's... Oh, thank you for having faith in me, but no, it's minor good news. It's not that big news that I'm getting married. Cool. You guys can hear me. Good. I can see that. Thank you, Andreas. Welcome back, Andreas. And also thank you. Afternoon. Is the volume good? Volume be grand. Thank you, Dylan. Because I spit hot fire. I see more of you getting into the chat. Thank you. Welcome. Let's do this. I haven't done the. Let's do this. I haven't done the weather check. Let's do that. Job change. Yes, there was a bit of a job change, Gavin. I start on Tuesday. It's an external organization. They prefer to start on Tuesdays on this particular day. So, yeah, it's been a nice holiday. But from Tuesday, I changed back to becoming a useful member of society, not a man of leisure. Well, yeah, so that's good. So that's part of the news, but that's not the main news. That's part of the news. That's not the main news. And no, I'm not, not that there's anything wrong with being an Uber driver. Okay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's not the choice that I'm making. That's not where I'm going. Okay. All right. So yeah. Okay, cool. So who else is here? Let's see. Dylan, I've already said, how's it? Yeah, everyone's chilling today pretty much. Guys, today I wanted to go through hey, 1044, welcome, how's it going? Hey, welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while. 6060 driver, no, still not that. Close as in I'm going to be what the communists would call a cog in the system. All right, I'm going to be I'm going to be part of the system, which I think we all are. All right. Hey, I'm going to be part of that 4 million that pay taxes. I'm not complaining. I'm happy. But yeah, 60-60. By the way, that's a great name for. I know it's Sunday afternoon. That's a great name for a stripper service. 60-60. You phone them up, they'll arrive in 60 minutes. 60-60. Oh, all right. You heard it here first. All right. I'm going to bookmark that. Copyright. All right. All right. So let's get through the formalities real quick. So here in Cape Town, it's kind of a rainy, but as you can see from the back windows, just look at the back of the window there. It's a rainy day today. Let's see if we can find vanilla. Yeah, today I'm going to need you guys' help. Let's see vanilla. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen here quickly. As you know, as is tradition, I like to share perhaps, the look and feel of what's going on in the city. It's looking morbid there, guys. It's looking morbid. There's no freaking atmosphere. It's all, yeah. You might as well stay indoors. What's the temperature? Let's see. Temperature is 17 degrees. 17 degrees, guys. And this is kind of where winter is starting up, right? Winter's starting up. Gavin, what do you mean by 6-7? 6-7. See, that's something I don't understand. I still don't get what 6-7 is. I think that's a Gen Z thing. Anyway, so yeah, the weather's pretty crap, and this is kind of where we need to knuckle in and stay indoors. All right. So there's a couple of things I wanted to show you guys that I've been watching and seeing across the week. I want to see something. I want to show you guys something on what I noticed on Recon One's channel. All right. So I want to show you guys that, and you tell me what you think. Let's do this. So now that we've gone through the weather and we know what's going on, it's morbid. It's cold outside. Let's do that. I'm gonna take this off. All right. Let's do that. Let me open up this. I'm going to open up a poll over here. There's only a couple of you, but let's see what happens. So I've opened up a poll. It's obvious that winter has started. Pretty much the first early days of the cold season. All right. Cold season arrives. What's your first watch move? All right. Let's put it up there. I'm going to leave that up there for a while. You let me know what you think. So thank you very much. So the first thing I noticed this week was that we recently got, I think, 3 new followers in our channel. So at the upper room, we got 3 new followers. Followers, what you mean? Subscribers this week. Congratulations to the upper room. Thank you so much for coming through. I think this is the algorithm just bubbling up. It was made out of shorts from a show we did this past week called, I don't even know what to call that show. We spoke about fatherhood, and it was Joey, a good friend of mine, Pius, and who else was in the show? And Shane. That was a really good. I think that was a really good show, but it got a bit chaotic at the end there. But there was something that was shown before that I'll show you. I'll show you guys later. Oh my God! Okay, what is this? Someone's sending me a voice note here. I don't want that right now. Sorry, guys. Let me do this quickly. I'm gonna shut this down. It's distracting me. Phone was on. Okay, so I want to go through that a little later. So yes, You guys, we three new subs. Uh, does that even work? No, it's great. Good. I'm not really in it for the subscriptions and whatnot, but this is fun. Glad. I'm glad people are enjoying the live streams. Although it was the shorts that I put up from last week's show. But before I do that, let me do this. I want to show you guys what was happening this week. Andreas, I don't know what you've been doing, but there was some shit that was going on that perhaps you can tell me what you think here. So I'm going to add this.
Thank you. Yes, this morning the helicopter from EMS came to assist us, and they spotted the crocodiles at the same place now for the past 4 days. Then after they left, we continued with the drones, and we found the crocodiles still at the same place. So with our experience and with the training we've had, we identified a crocodile there that we basically were 100% sure that had eaten the man that we are looking for. And then we started to put in arrangements to use
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. Guys. Hey, what's up, Arbot? Guys, there was a crocodile that ate somebody. I know I'm in two minds about this. Is this something that we should say, yeah, happens every once in a while? I'm talking about here in South Africa, right? Does this happen often in South Africa, where a crocodile just chows a businessman? They're like, okay, let's hear what the officer has to say.
It, which we managed to do. Then I had to go onto the helicopter. Sandparks came through with their helicopter to assist us. They airlifted me, and I had to go into the river with the crocodile to get the sling around it. They managed to sling it. We managed to bring it up. We then did a post-mortem on the crocodile, in which we then recovered the human remains. That we put in the bag there, which we as the police, like I say, I'm quite certain it is the man that we're looking for, but logically we will wait for the DNA
okay, that's
result.
a good question. I believe it was in the wild. There's another there's another video of them airlifting the crocodile. I'll show you guys what that is. I think it looks like it's in the wild, but it doesn't look like it's in the wild. So it looks like it's like on the outskirts of a town or a city or a village. So it's not in the wild, but it's kind of in the wild. I don't know, man.
To make a positive identification. When we did do the post-mortem on the crocodile, we found about 6 sets of different Crocs and the slip-slops shoes that the people were wearing. So
okay. Whoa. Did you hear what he just said? He said they opened. You know what? What the hell am I saying? You heard what he said. The video is right here.
That was also inside the stomach of the crocodile.
Yes,
so that was also inside the stomach of the crocodile. So I can't say why those were there or why. So,
you can't say why those
was also inside the stomach.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Let me go back. Sorry. Let me go back and start what he said. That second point that I want to make.
Like I say, I'm quite certain it is the man that we're looking for, but logically we will wait for the DNA results to make a positive identification. When we did do the post-mortem on the crocodile, we found about 6 sets of different Crocs and the slip-slops shoes that the people were wearing.
They found 6 sets of Crocs inside this crocodile. This crocodile has been munching on people with Crocs for a while. I mean, come on now. How long does you know what? How long does a crocodile take? You guys maybe can go help me Google this. How long does a crocodile take between meals? All right. In between meals, how long does a crocodile take? I'm going to continue playing the video. If you guys got a chance, please Google it for me, because I want to understand how a croc ends up with 6 sets of Crocs in its stomach. This is not something we can make up.
It was also inside the stomach of the crocodile. So I can't say why those were there or why he ate them.
Oh, come on, guys. So here's here's a police officer who says he just chopped open a crocodile open, right? He opens up the contents of the crocodile. He looks inside the crocodile. He finds 6 sets of crocs inside the croc's stomach. On top of that, they found a body of a human being inside the croc. And here's what he says when he goes, oh, he finds the 6. He doesn't know. Wait. Hang on, detective. We're not asking you to be Sherlock, but can you speculate as to how those crocs ended up inside?
Why those were there or why he ate them. But it shows that these crocodiles are very active in this area, and they basically eat anything that comes past there.
Do you suspect now when you find shoes? Do you suspect? I figure. Please explain to us so that we are able to understand with what you just said right now. When you found shoes. These are flip flops, different sizes. I guess. But what do crocodiles eat shoes? Or usually when this kind of things happen in your experience, does it mean it might have fisted on others?
Sorry to stop it right there. Thank you to the reporter. There's a reporter doing her job, right? Following up, saying, hey. Are you saying the crocodiles just go for crocs? They find crocs to be a delicacy, or was there anything else attached to those crocs, sir?
I believe those shoes were on somebody's feet.
Oh, he believes those shoes were on somebody. I'm sure he's a very hardworking detective and officer, but golly, brah, I'm on the internet. Even I figured out those crocs were not just picked out of a buffet of shoes by this crocodile. I'm sorry, I found that quite amazing.
But remember, as the food digests, the shoes don't. So I can't say when they ate some other people, but...
You know what? Guys, apparently crocodiles can't digest crocs. God damn, I didn't know nothing. I had no idea. That is amazing. Thank you, sir. Wow.
Why?
Oh my God. Wow. No. Let's go back, guys.
They ate some other people, but the shoes was plastic, so that won't digest in the stomach.
No, it won't.
So it's quite possible that...
All right.
Thank you.
Guys, there was a crocodile that ate a human being. Yeah. Now, this is, every once in a while we get reminded. Hang on a second. Let me play some music. Every once in a while we get reminded that we live in a third world. We live in nature, guys. We live in nature. All right, let's have a look at what's going on over here. Yeah, Gavin. You thought Joe's was bad. This stuff is crazy. But this police officer is amazing too, though. This he's on it. I'm sure there were human beings attached to those crocs. Hey, Nomad, welcome, Nomad. Thank you for coming through, big dog. Appreciate you. Special guest in the building. Joey, what's up, Joey? What's up? How you doing? I think I saw someone else here. Chantalou, how's it? What's up? You haven't missed much, Chantal. I think we were just talking about how a croc was found with 6 pairs of crocs in its stomach. Let me see if I got more video of this. I think I got more video of this. Where's that croc? I think I do have more video of this. Hang on a second. Let me share this again. Hang on. Let's do that. Hey, this is a genius, guy. So anyway, so let's have a look at some. I can't do that. I'm not going to do that now. That's not going to work. So yeah, there was a croc found with 6 pairs of crocs in its stomach. So it ate. It basically ate a. Hang on. It ate a businessman. So yeah, I have no idea how that happened. They were looking for a local businessman. He wasn't found. They found the croc. They opened the croc. They think it's the businessman inside the croc, but they found 6 pairs. Anyway, you get it. Now you catch up. Let me see if I can find. Okay, I don't have it here. Okay, so I don't have it here. Let's see. Let me not drag the show to a grinding halt over here, but let's see. I'm going to see if I can find video of croc. Oh boy, News 24. There we go. That's it. There's a report. I found it. Ooh, thank bloody hell. This is the pool report. I think it's flipping fascinating that this is happening right now, but let's do this. I'm going to play this for a bit.
All right, in fact, let's take you live to where Ntlamulo Mabasa is, where the search effort continues for a 59-year-old Gauteng businessman who went missing after his vehicle was swept away while attempting to cross a low-lying bridge over the Komati River in Mpumalanga on Tuesday night. Police divers assisted by helicopters and drones have been combing that river with no success so far. Let's take you live to SABC News reporter Ntlamulo Mabasa, who is live to us, as I indicated, from that Komati River. And Ntlamulo, I don't know if there's been any movement since we last spoke. The helicopter had still been hovering, trying to search, in particular, those trees around there. Any movement? Do we now have a deployment of those drones? Has there been any success yet in terms of finding anything in those dangerous waters?
Imagine it, you're driving down one of our raggedy roads that hasn't been maintained in freaking years, or you're driving down what you expect is a safe bridge, right? But upstream on a stormy freaking day, upstream, that bridge isn't maintained, those dams aren't maintained. So there's this big flood coming in to what you think is a safe bridge in your neighborhood. Boom! Next thing you know, your crocs are gone.
Thank you, Crisalda. Thank you once more. Yes, there has been movement since we last spoke, Crisalda. At the moment, they seem to have been done with this side of the river. The chopper seems to have been going to the other side of the river, Crisalda. We are currently joined right now by the head of divers in Mpumalanga, SEPS, from the SEPS in the province, who is the head of the divers, Johan Potgieter. This is the man who has been heading this search ever since the man was reported to have been missing, or rather reported to have been swept away by water in this very same place where we are, which is behind us, Crisalda. Good morning, Captain.
Morning.
Please talk to us. Ever since we started with this search, which was on Tuesday, today we're on day 5. Talk to us, for someone who maybe might have started hearing the story maybe a few minutes ago. Why is it difficult to trace the man?
Morning, yes, yeah. Now, as you can see, we are at the Komati River here in Komati Port at the low water bridge. The gentleman drove off the bridge, and when he got out of the vehicle, he was washed away and swept away by the river. As you can see from the footage that you already have, the water is very strong flowing. It's very fast flowing. The other problem we have, we're in the low veld, so there are a lot of crocodiles here. There are a lot of hippopotamus here.
Okay. So it's in that part of the country. Joey, I know you're in the comments. You're from the States. You live up in the. This is one of those stories you covered before about how various things in Africa can get you. So you could be driving in from your corporate job, but you live slightly outside of town, and your next door neighbor is a game park. So that means you got the big 5 next to you, right across from the highway. you, you step out of your car, you might be lunch for the big five. But yeah, but that's also another thing. Another thing I want to also highlight over here, guys. It's very rare for me to see these days. It's very rare for me to see a white Afrikaans police officer. This is very. This is bizarre. Seeing a high-ranking white Afrikaans police officer. That's bizarre. Clip that.
And also, if you have a look at the river, you can see it makes a lot of islands. So that's all that contributes to making it much more difficult to search for someone than if it was just a normal river with only one outlet.
Oh, well done.
So what's been difficult for us is we had to drone because we can't go into the water because of the crocodiles and the hippos. And we had to use helicopters to help with the search. We managed to see a lot of crocodiles and we saw a lot of hippos with the drones. What the helicopter helps us a lot with, as you saw, as the helicopter goes over, the downdraft opens up the reeds. So if the person had been lying between the reeds, then it's much easier to spot him from the helicopter because it blows the reeds up.
Okay, so one thing that I'm finding quite entertaining, not entertaining.
From the guys that look down from the top, they can easily spot a person then if he's lying in one of the side streams or in between the reeds. Unfortunately, so far, with the helicopters that we've had and the searches that we've done, we haven't found him yet. Another problem we also have, the Mozambican border is approximately under 2 kilometers away from us. So unfortunately, we are not allowed to go just into Mozambique and search there. So with the power of the stream as it is now, it is also...
This business guy was like in a bad spot. This was a hell of a freaking place to disappear. So the river sweeps you. It's going to sweep you across the border 2 kilometers. If the hippos won't get you, the crocs going to get you. If the crocs don't get you, the government's going to get you. If the South African government don't get you, the Mozambican government's going to get you. And if the Mozambican and the South African government don't going to get you, golly, YouTube demonetization is going to get you.
Possible that he could have been washed much further downstream and is already in Mozambique.
Just a second, Captain. We seem to have lost connection with studio.
You lost connection with studio. I think I'm going to put it down that way, guys. This is crazy work. Crazy business. Let's check the comments. What are you guys thinking about this craziness? Yeah, 1044. Yeah, if the taxes don't get you, the crocs will. The crocs with a K. The crocs with a K. I see you. And then you got Joey. Yeah, welcome back. Back by the way, Joey. But I don't think that businessman was wearing Crocs at the time. Okay, he wasn't wearing Crocs at the time, but eventually he did. Or one can say the Crocs were wearing him. That's okay. I don't want to be insensitive. A man passed, but yeah. Let me address it. Let me address this. A man passed and he got eaten by a crocodile, and that crocodile, within the stomach contents of that crocodile, were 6 crocs. You can't not draw a parallel and see that there's something there. Come on. You can't look at a situation like that and go, yeah, I think the universe was making a joke over there. I think there was some sort of punchline that the universe was trying to get at, because there is no way you jump out of your car being swept down the river and get eaten by a croc with Crocs. And this is not even to say, how did he pass? Did he pass? Joey says he didn't pass. It's a tough one, because on the one hand, I get it, but also on the other hand, I get it.
Well, let's be nice. Yeah. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there.
Joey, you're not
wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
Okay. All right, I think I need to work on that loading up. So who else is saying something over here? Beware of what you. Okay, Gavin says, beware of all that you wear, Crocs. Yeah, you. I think there's a lesson there. What else we have? Location, my man. It's like living next to a maximum security prison. Don't be surprised if you walk into your house and you aren't alone one night. Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, yeah, true. Fair enough. You live next to Crocs. There's a non-zero chance you might end up wearing a Croc unironically, especially after a storm. After dodging hijackers in the city, you have to dodge Crocs and hippos in the low felt. Yo, 144. It's part of the cost of living in Africa, right? In Africa, there's a non-zero chance that you might get eaten up by a by a big five. Whew. Sir. That's the cold hard truth. Okay. Yeah. Cold hard truth. All right. What else do we have here? I feel bad for those cocaine hippos in South America. Imagine getting chowed down by a cocained up hippo. Oh boy. Well, all you got to do is move down to Cape Town for a weekend, and you might get robbed by a cocained up hippo. Did you hear that story about those guys who came down from Pretoria, had a good party, and got robbed? Actually, you know what? Let me play that. Let's see what you guys got to say about it. Okay, so Chantal says here, attended a grade 7 in Richards Bay tour at St. Lucia's. Teachers made us wade through mangrove swamp, then wash off the mud in the estuary after. While they kept an eye out for crocs. Goddamn! So your class activity at grade 7 just barely came out of toddlerism was to wade through a mangrove that adults could had to look out for crocs. Man, tell me you grew up in Africa without telling me you grew up in Africa. Goddamn. Okay. I bet none of you were wearing Crocs at the time, right? Yeah, so they found him in the belly. Oh, they found him in the belly, so that's why he didn't pass. Whew. That's some scary shit because this is a predominantly cinema-centric channel, right? Now, we all know that in a classic trope in horror movies is that the ghost really exists in the real world because they cannot cross over. That's usually the trope. They cannot cross over because they have unfinished business back here on Earth. So now my man got eaten by a croc and he wasn't passed. Does that mean that there's a river in South Africa being haunted by a ghostly businessman? I only got the questions, folks. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so we are half past. I haven't even gotten through half of what I wanted to talk about. Let's keep it moving. All right. Enough of hippos and enough. RIP to the businessman. And I really hope that the family finds him. They did catch the crocodile. They captured the crocodile. I just don't have the video. And if I was his family, if I was that businessman's son, I'd go, I want to buy that crocodile, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to skin that crocodile. I'm going to make a belt, a laptop bag, and some shoes with that crocodile. If that freaking crocodile ate my dad, I'm making it part of my. You know what? Let me ask you guys, what would you do If a crocodile ate somebody you care about and you had access to the dead crocodile, what would you do? I'd make shoes and a belt and a laptop bag out of that crocodile. Damn you, you ate my business partner. Get the hell out of town, you son of a bitch. You reptilian. All right. Let me do this. It's winter time, guys. Chantal, you missed the first poll. So I'm gonna show the poll now. And the rest of you guys, you missed the first poll. The first poll was cold season arrives. What's the first watch move? Like, what's the first thing you do? So I'm going to put it back up. I haven't closed it. So here you go. That's the first one. So let me lace up the next video. I want to show you guys quickly before we get into trailers. So the first half of the show, I want to show you guys what I've sort of been watching, what I've been seeing, and some news and some discussion, maybe some banter from you guys, and still can't read it. You still can't read that? Oh, okay. Let me see what I can do about that, dude. Still can't read it. Are you talking about the poll 1044? Let me know. Oof, sorry about that. Scoozy. All right. There was something else I wanted to show. And this one, I'm glad you're here, Joey. Oh, the lettering is cock, eh? Actually, let's sort it out now. Okay, 1044, you say the lettering is cock. It's very dim, right? Let's do this. If I maybe... Okay, that's not going to change that. Let me see if I can do something about the styling. I'm going to change the color. I'm going to brighten up the colors a little bit, but I don't know if that's going to affect... If I go large? No, that doesn't affect that. Yo! Oh, by the way, follow Joey in the comments at the upper room. I mean, it's not okay TV. So 1044, there's nothing I can do about the styling on the polls. That's a limitation. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, you guys continue. Let me lace this one up. This is to do with the show we had last week, by the way, the Tuesday night show. Thank you for showing up on that one, if you did. And I'm talking to you, Dylon. I know it was late for you. You're a parent. But yeah, thank you for showing up. Yeah, hang on a second. Gavin, I don't have a poll problem. Okay, hey, thanks for the information there, Gava. You can read it. Who can't read the poll? Another can read it, but it's very light and a bit blurry. Okay, gotcha. You know what? I think because there's too many words, the polls really need to be shorter. But yeah. All right, Gavin. He doesn't have a poll problem. Oh, okay, Gaza. Oh. I don't even know if there's noise cancelling.
Oh my God! Wow!
All right. Okay.
Look like I ain't doing shit.
Okay, so I want to show you guys this. This was something I should have played last week. Not last week, actually last week. During... Oh my God, I'm going to turn off the background music real quick. There you go. This is in continuation of a conversation we had last week about fatherhood. Let's hide this.
I'm 30 years old. Not one of my friends has children. Zero. No one. No one's having kids. Do you know how hard you need to abuse a mammal to make them not have children? Like for real. Like let's step here back a moment, right?
Never thought of it that way.
Yeah, look, GDP goes up. People have have enough food, and whatever. No one's having kids, and this is across the world. This is across both the West, the East, everywhere it's happening. So there's the thing that happens, especially with even younger than me. Like the kids are like 18 today. There's a huge problem where they don't dance. No one dances. They go to clubs and they don't
That's
dance.
right.
Why is this?
That's
Because you get
wild. That's wild. I heard this. I heard him say this, and it actually dawned on me. No one dances. No one dances. Look, I'm not someone who frequents clubs and stuff like that. You know, yeah, you'll find me at the local mom and pop pub. You know, I go to restaurants and shit. I'm too old. I'm too old for clubs. But every once in a while, a friend of mine invites me to a place where you can dance. You know, where there's live music and whatnot. People have a tendency not to want to dance, especially the younger folk. You can catch me boogieing down. Oh, I'm doing the electric slide. I don't mind. That's my generation. But it's bizarre. That's bizarre. Joey says, because the music sucks. Yeah. As you can see that my headline title here says old curmudgeon. It says here old curmudgeon. That's my job. But I guess maybe Joey, you're saying it yourself because the music sucks. Really? Does the music suck? Does it? I mean, even when the old music is being played, you know, there's a tendency. Maybe it's just I don't know. Maybe it's me. Anybody else have any? Oh, Guy Mering is in the building, my pal. We used to party and jam here hard at Oxide. Ooh, Oxide. That's a generation ago, Guy. God damn it, Guy. Welcome back, by the way. Welcome, by the way. Yeah. I'll drop a link if you want to join in the conversation. You want to reminisce about old times. I'll drop a link. But yeah, Joey says good music was 70s, 80s, 90s. Even early 2000s, but for the last 20 years, there's nothing really good. That's a strong statement, man. That's a strong. I kind of agree, but also don't agree because you know. Hang on, let me focus here. I kind of agree, but I also don't agree. Mostly because two things are happening. I guess I'm getting older, you're getting older, and also. The technology is changing. You know, you mentioned disco. Disco couldn't have happened in the 1800s, but also, you know, the technology that birthed disco has advanced. So, you know, it was a thing of its time. But however, the culture around dancing, I guess, it should have remained consistent because, you know, people who were dancing to disco in the 70s, 80s, were kind of similar to the people who were dancing to EDM in the 90s and the early 2000s. So similar crowd. The one begot the other. But I don't know if there's ever been a transition of the dance culture from the late 2000s through to the now time. Can you draw a through line? Because I can draw a through line from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. There was people were dancing. What's happening now? I guess maybe it's all on TikTok now, right? TikTok. All right. By the way, follow Joey in the thing. But, you know, I'm looking at the people listening right now. They all know who Joey is, eh? Let me do this. Okay, let's continue the video. I think I cut the guy short. Thank you for sending this to me, Chantal. Yeah, I found this. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. If you're an 18-year-old, this is across both the West, the East, you know, everywhere it's happening. So there's the thing that happens, especially with younger, like even younger than me, like the kids are like 18 today. There's a huge problem where they don't dance. No one dances. They go to clubs and they don't dance. Yeah. Why is this? Because you get recorded. Yeah. If you're an 18-year-old kid, you go to a club, you get recorded. If you approach a girl and you mess it up, you get recorded. Everything is the panopticon now. So if you had to ask me why, my answer is technology. My answer is social media. My answer is AI. My answer is algorithms. Do you know what dating app algorithms do? Do you know how they optimize? They don't
Do you know what dating algorithms do? Yeah, I do. I've done my research. Fuck all.
Optimize you to meet your love of your life. They optimize you to keep coming back to the app. Yeah. And now there's a thing that basically we have sold out all of our dating norms, all of our, interpersonal norms.
I'll push back on that a little bit because did we ever have dating norms? I think we've always had to change as the circumstance of the human condition shifted. Like, for instance, I'll give you the example. In the 1800s, all right? Now, I'm being a generalist here. So, generally in the 1800s, I think the priority wasn't really dating there. It was survival. It was survival. You want your lineage to survive. You were coupling earlier. You were having kids earlier. There was no birth control. So those things were different. So your choices were different. Your circumstance was different. So your options were different. So you had to behave differently. Technology is now to a place where I can speak to anyone in Thailand right now, provided I have the internet. I mean, those are different choices, different circumstance, which will beget different behavior. I don't know. He's not wrong in saying that it's technology, but is he saying that it's technology's fault? That because the one begets the other, chicken and egg? I'm thinking. What do you guys think?
Two tech companies without our consent to optimize their ad algorithm. Right. I think there's a deep thing where we as a society have not dealt with the fact that we have to steward technology responsibly. We have treated technology as a Wild West.
Absolutely.
Just everyone can do whatever they want. Just sell all of our younger generation's dating lives to corporations for profit. And who pays the cost for this? Who has liability?
I'll tell you who pays the cost. The ones whose future is being sold. I think, I reckon what's happening here is that our slowness to adapt to the technical advancement is actually becoming quite apparent. This started happening in the industrial age. I think we can stretch it even further back. If your technology advances so fast that it actually shifts your cultural norms so far over a single generation, you're going to have difficulty. You're going to have wobbles. Whew, you're going to have wobbles. But I also think that I do think that we have the ability to adapt. Huh? Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Okay, Joey, you say the problem with today, if you are a guy, just approaching a woman can get you in trouble if you say the wrong thing. Yes. Yeah. Yes. But also, once again, I'll push back a little bit. That's always been the challenge, hasn't it? It used to be that she could say no and embarrass you in front of all her friends. But now she can say no and embarrass you in front of the planet. all your friends and your excited. But that's always a risk. But I would say that then should shape your strategy of approach. These two things can remain true at the same time. Let's see what this guy has to say. Finish up. Good point, though, Joey. You're a wise man. You've been through it. You speak like a man who's been through it, Joey.
So I think the real problem is that we are, as a society, as a government, the generations that came before me, and also my generation, I don't want to exclude myself from this, but also the generations came before me, just let technology rip. The promise was, if you let technology rip, if you let internet rip, there will be democracy and freedom and happiness and economic growth. And where is that? And I think my generation is noticing that broken promise.
Oh, this is where I completely depart from him, right? He raised some good points up until the end there. What he did there in the end there is something I don't like. I do not like, and I utterly repudiate. Clip that. Here's what I mean. He's saying there's a broken promise. There's a broken promise. Let's repeat what he just said. A broken promise. Let's just go through what he...
I'm 30 years old. The promise was, if you let technology rip, if you let internet rip, there will be democracy and freedom and happiness and economic growth. And where is that? And I think my generation is noticing that broken promise.
Okay. The promise was, Who promised you that? Whoa, 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 whoa. Who promised you that? Look, when you wake up in the morning and you're expecting the universe to hand you the keys, here's your Maserati. Brr, 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 brr. I promised you that you will be successful. Get the hell out of town. If you're walking around expecting things to just fall in place for you, see, this is where I depart with. I don't know what he means. You've described a problem, right? And he's not wrong, largely. So I kind of agree with him. He described the problem, but he didn't prescribe like a modus operandi. How do you approach the issue now? You know, how do you have described gravity? So now what? You're gonna blame gravity for you fell and hit your face? No, that's not. My suggestion is if you have an effective way of describing an issue you probably have the blueprints on how to circumvent it or work around it. And so that's what I would say as a counter. The technology is not going to go away. AI is not going to go away. You're not going to undo AI. I mean, who are you going to punish for AI? I mean, you don't blame the raindrop for the flood. You freaking expect the flood and you act accordingly. Oh, good Lord. I think I went along too far over there. Let me get back down to the comments. He had me fired up. So Joey says, in continuation, it's her word against yours, even if found innocent of any accusations. The shit you have to go through first is too much. Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. And it's for that reason I usually suggest proceed with caution. Your attention is currency, and if you value your attention, you're not gonna dish it out willy-nilly. Before you actually dish out your attention, vet the lady. If she's the type who's going to accuse you of something that you haven't done, you probably should just avoid that. Sometimes you don't know, but as Chantal says, be a gentleman, be a man of your word. Look, understand that certain stuff might not go your way, but you can't go through life holding that as what is going to happen, because that puts you at a disadvantage already. So I'm lamenting against the nihilism that idea brings. Joey, when you say you might as well not, then that's not the way. Anyway, I see someone has joined me in the waiting room. Let's continue in the comments over here. 1044. Today you can end up in jail. Yeah, you can. Yeah. So when you see, yeah, you can. Yeah. And it's terrible, but if you know it, good. So then you can act accordingly. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying that in a more offensive sense, not offensive sense. Let me clean this up. Let me actually be more precise here. What am I actually saying? I'm just saying, hold your fort. Okay, hold your fort. If someone is going to come at you for being forthright and honest and not being subversive in any manner, well, the truth stands for itself, and if there's no one else that's going to stand for that, you're going to stand for yourself. If someone's lying about you, and you have integrity, and you've always held yourself with integrity, it's a worthwhile fight. It's a worthwhile fight. And this is not to say that you won't get to fight. I don't think most modern soldiers get to go to war. What? Yeah, it's true. You can check me on that. Okay, let me get Guy in here. ladies and gentlemen, I got my good buddy over here. Let's put him in here. Oh, hang on a second. I wanna make sure that you're.
Mark, check 1, 2. Can you hear me there, Pete?
I'm hearing you loud and clear, my butler.
Awesome.
I see you got
Last
your
minute-
your bulletproof.
Last minute hot tag into the studio. Thanks, Phil. Thanks for having me. And hello, everybody. Good to see you all there. I hope you're all keeping well. I hope you're doing good.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. It's good to see you. Let me zoom you in here, but there we go.
Sure.
Okay, cool. So, champion, have you been hearing what the topic is about?
I just caught about 15 minutes ago when you were talking about the conversation started with people aren't dancing anymore, and you showed this video, and then I was just waiting for that to finish and just listening to some of your key points. You're really digging into some insightful topics here, Pearl. It's but what is the overall theme for today? I want to stick to the task at hand here.
The first hour is really meant to show to talk about what I've seen, the croc thing. I wanted a bit of banter, but this is going on a bit wide. I don't mind, but I want to ask you, like, could you break down, because you mentioned a couple of places we used to go jam at, like,
Yeah, man.
could you describe the culture of that time in terms of dance and like and all of that? Yeah, go.
Just in general of our time spent in the late 90s, early 2000s here in Port Elizabeth, that, contrary to popular belief, we actually had a nightlife once in this town. We actually had a lot of clubs, bro. We had Oxide was our main one, Continuum, Silk, Echo Groove Lounge. Yes, bro, yeah. So we used to go out and we used to catch up there at Oxide a lot and just go and party and enjoy the raves, mostly progressive house here in the Bay. A little bit of hard house, but not that much. The DJs played progressive house. And I remember, talk about clubs and PE, people won't believe me now. I said this, Derek the Band, I don't know if you heard the one when Derek the Bandit came. We had over 1,000 people at Oxide. The queue was 2 blocks up. That's the kind of nightlife we used to have here, yeah. And now there's hardly anything here. There's hardly anything happening here.
Yeah. Look, technology has changed a lot. I mean, Spotify has shifted things. I mean, you can even go back, I think the way people listen to music has changed so much. A lot of the times, at least for me back then, that was when I used to go and listen for the first time. Oh, that song. Then afterwards, I would go download it. So that was one of the charms of it. Let's see what the people in the chat are saying now, because I think I've been rambling on. Yeah.
Check out your peeps, bro.
Yeah. Let's see where. If you guys got any questions, I also got some polls. I got more polls to ask. So let's see. Nomad says,
awesome.
I would not say it was a promise. It was an idea. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me back to the topic. I would not say it was a promise. It was an idea that the internet was supposed to bring the world closer. Ooh, fair. I remember that. How you could now communicate with people on a global scale. Yes. It's true. So, no, man, I think 2 things can be true at the same time. The internet was supposed to bring us closer, and it did. I don't know you from a bar of soap, but I also know you from a bar of soap. You're over there, I'm over here, and I'm doing a show. There's a whole bunch of people listening. Hopefully, they're entertained. Boom, boom. But also, but that comes with its own problems, right? It comes with its own issues. I think in life, it's never like a clean exchange. It's compromises and things. So if you want to get closer globally, okay, cool. You're closer to the global bullshit, right? So you're scaling up. Yeah, sure, you're going to get more, but you're going to get more of the good stuff and more of the bullshit. And my whole stance is, if you go, don't worry about the bullshit coming to you. Just understand that the bullshit will come to you, and then act accordingly, meaning prepare for the bullshit. Understand that the bullshit will come and prepare for it. And that's kind of the approach I'm thinking, both with the internet and my dating life. Oh, how can I say that at this? Yeah. Let's see what Chantal has to say here. That's probably actually fault. that's probably actually the fault of bras, Joey. Makes the muscles lazy. Oh, I think this is a middle conversation. Yeah, I need to pick my
Eavesdropping there.
Yeah. I don't want to get in between the. Gavin says he's also talking to. Let me go. Hang on. Let me do this. I bookmarked a few. Oh, by the way, Saint Struggler. You know, Saint Struggler. What do you, Guy? What do you think about Saint Struggler? The actual nickname, the handle. You know, if you were a hacker, right, and you said my name is Saint Struggler, would you be like if you were like a government of a small island, a small island state that usually likes to take in foreign currency and clean it up, and then a hacker says, "My name is Saint Struggler. You got to give me all your Bitcoin keys and your all access to your SoundCloud profile."
Sounds like a bit of a Robin Hood of the hacking world, you know, Saint Struggler. Like it's got that like Halo type, like, you know, like goodwill vibes, you know, robbing from the rich to give to the poor kind of vibes, you know.
Saint Struggler,
Saint Struggler. I like that. I like the alliteration. I like that. It's quite a unique name. Definitely, definitely.
What up, Saint Struggler? Thank you for coming through. New member, by the way. Thank you for joining
Cool.
up. If people keep raising kids to be morally relativistic, reducing people to mailing letters and spinning their own thread won't fix society. You're completely correct. I appreciate moral relativism. Try saying that fast 16 times. Moral relativism, I've found, has been quite a destructive force ideologically, and moral relativism. If you layer that moral relativism in good modern language, it sounds like liberation. It sounds like freedom. Where you shift the goalposts of morality, right? Like for instance, getting paid for showing your boobs on OnlyFans is I'm just expressing myself. Versus, it's kind of tantamount to, as someone who is religious would say, with a strong sort of a strong religious moral center would say, that's tantamount to prostitution. You know, I'm pretty sure that someone religious would say that. And so, if you have a moral relativistic, you tell me, Saint Struggler, because I'm struggling maybe. But if your morality is relative, so it changes. If it's on the internet, it's not. But if it's off the internet, then it is. So you're kind of tossing and dancing depending on the circumstance. Is that what you mean? And if that's what you teach kids, it just goes awry because the kids will always. It's always going to be morally correct to eat as much candy as you want.
That's a very grey area topic. There's no black and white anymore, it seems.
I hear you. Tell me what you think about what I just said there, Struggle, Mr. Struggle.
Saint Struggler.
Yes, Saint Struggler. We actually, if I know my history correct, the internet was made for military purposes, correct? Yes, it was made for scientists to exchange data and science papers for the DARPA. Yes, true.
Interesting.
Not peace and connection. No, it wasn't made for peace and connection, but it was also made for connection. I think, you know, the tendency to go black and white with the whole of these big human achievements is problematic. Like for instance, I'll give you an example, Joey, and I'm talking to you. I'm putting to you this way. The humans that invented fire. Did they invent fire? No, they discovered fire. Okay, but they harnessed it. Now, we can say, oh shit, they introduced this big issue that led to the gunpowder, that led to the nuke, that led to many houses burning. But also, it kind of led to civilization. So I think it's in the application of said knowledge rather than the actual thing itself. Go ahead. What do you think, Guy?
I think, you're hitting that right on the head. It's spot on. I mean, it's discovered fires. It's at its setbacks, unforeseen setbacks, big list of pros and cons with many things. But ultimately, yes, it has benefited us immensely, the discovery of fire, but so many pros and cons along the way, unforeseen things. Remember, beings are driving this, and there are those who are going to use it for good, those who are going to use it for bad, and those are just going to make mistakes with it. Human error, human malice, and human good intentions. So it's always all driven by us, by the human race. Whatever comes along, like this too, the internet. And I watched an interesting video last night on just the global dominance of Google and YouTube, how they've got the marketing strategy of devouring and crushing. Like any of their own platforms that didn't work, they just devoured them. Like Google Video bought the rights for YouTube, and Google and YouTube are just got a stranglehold on social media right now. It's all its competitors are either crushing them or devouring them. And the YouTube algorithm. So this is very interesting. I find it obviously sets us up to watch what we like. But there's a set algorithm in there that will push the envelope, it will send you a random video, or you can go down a rabbit hole on a different topic like this. Like YouTube monitors what you like, and then along the way it'll drop you something like a bit more extreme in that direction, or it'll throw you a complete curveball and send you something so off topic that your mind will be, oh wow, something a bit different from my norm, and send you down a completely different rabbit hole of topics and videos. So the algorithm's just designed to get you to watch, or think you're going to join, So it's very interesting.
You're right. It's a tool. But it's an ever evolving tool. But it's one of those tools that's what makes it different is that it's non-universal. So whatever algorithm is driving your shit is not the same as mine. I'll tell you what.
Exactly. We have two different YouTubes when we open up every day. Absolutely.
And I would never want to share my YouTube with yours because, mine.
Why is that, Pete? What's on your YouTube?
I'll tell you what.
What are you hiding, sir?
I'll plead the fifth. Your Honor.
No comment. Yeah, no, listen, you can find so many things. That's crazy. It's unbelievable. On YouTube, it's a monopoly of an extreme degree. Nope. And it's not going.
I'm telling you nothing about my algorithm. Yeah, but you're right. And I think also because of the dynamic nature of the tool, it's happening in two ways. On the one hand, it's supremely convenient because you get what you want. It's
absolutely exactly the positive side, for sure.
Yeah. This is kind of what. But also on the other hand, it takes away your because back then we were talking about this hunting down a payphone. You had to go hunt down a payphone, return that call because you got the beeper. You had to be active in the pursuit of your knowledge, as opposed to be passive and it's just giving you. Now it's forcing you to be even more active. Otherwise, it's going to fill the gap. So on the one hand, the algorithm can teach you, or you can teach the algorithm.
Yeah, absolutely. No, fair enough.
Yeah,
it's all up to you what you click on. It's your willpower. It's your decision. They can feed it to you, but there's nobody holding a gun to you saying you must click on every single video we feed you. But just quickly, briefly going back to the whole no dancing thing. Like you see these videos of concerts and stuff where people are just standing around and filming. Like, I don't know, there's an addiction to not be live in the moment, but just film the event and then watch it afterwards. Like, it's crazy. You should be there. You should be there live and in the flesh and and savoring and soaking it up, you see a lot of that.
Coachella, the biggest concert in the planet right now, is kind of, I saw clips on YouTube about people going there, and it's now an influencer fest. So it's more there. People are going there. Well, let me not say people are going there for. It's becoming more a place to be seen rather than a place to go and actually have a good time. It's antithetical to what it was made for. It was made post. What the hell? I should play the video.
Cool.
But we're gonna do this. So we're gonna have this conversation. Actually, let me make a note of that. We're gonna have this conversation during our show, the guy show.
Okay.
All right. So I'm talking to
Yeah.
my post algorithm here. Alfreda, you're going to hear this in the transcript. I want you to clip the show, this segment, and remind me to add this segment to Guy's new show. All right. So I got that.
Muchas gracias.
Cool. So I've added that. Let me also check back into the comments over here.
Go for it.
Before is saying some stuff over here. Pete's algorithm is just cooking videos and cat videos.
No. Wait.
Oh, okay. You know, that kind of stuff. You know how,
What did you say, nigga?
Yeah, wait. I can say it, you can't. But I vehemently disagree, Chair. I feel like one of those ministers in the hot seat. I'm being accused by the lawyer going, your algorithm is full of cooking videos and cat videos. And I vehemently, with respect, Your Honor, Chair. Where's my lawyer, Denny Crane? Where's my lawyer, Denny Crane? All right, okay.
Yeah, Boston Legal, loved it. Brilliant.
Such a good show, eh? Yes,
That was excellent. That was awesome.
Yeah, and so okay, so even people taking pics of their food for the gram. That's exactly it. Something else I wanted to bring up at some point before was, I always wonder what it's like to be in a relationship with a lady that has to be on Instagram, like an influencer. So that means your entire relationship, you go to dinner, you take her to a nice place, you go see friends, you go driving. Nothing is private. It's all it's like, how do you even how do you even share private moments and have a private life with someone who has to their entire life is sponsored? So, baby products, birthday party stuff. So is there an important situation in one's life that does not require the likes and the comments in a picture for it to be valid? I always wonder about that, mostly because I grew up before BIPA, the In-Touch Keeper. Yeah.
I think your values would have to align with a woman like that, Pete. Like you'd have to want that spotlight just as much as she does, almost, to make it work. You know what I'm saying? If you're somebody who wants to stay away from the camera, it doesn't matter how attractive you find her. Your values have to align with that kind of lifestyle. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have to have shared values, yeah. So, dude, last week, I think the first time you were here, there was another buddy of mine.
I was, yeah. Those things.
I think it was Recon One. He has a YouTube channel where he goes camping, he shoots it, and he puts it all together, and he makes this really fucking wonderful videos of just camping, him, his family, his people. It makes you kind of nostalgic about, oh man, let me get the fuck out of my apartment. This is crazy.
That's cool. That's a good feeling.
Let me get a thorn in my foot. Yeah, let me go listen to Hardy. So what I wanted to do, there's something I noticed, and you guys in the comments, something I've noticed about the style of videos he produces, right? So I want to do this. I want to play the first half, just a little bit of one of his clips over here. So I think everyone in the comments knows who this is. Recon, man, he started his YouTube channel barely 6 months ago. He's already getting membership. He's already monetized. And man, cool. Well deserved. Well freaking deserved. Hang on, let me do this. I want to do this properly. Because I'm a fan. Here you go. You guys, oh shit. Hide your face over there. We gotta get that beautiful mug of yours over here. Let me do that at the bottom. There you go. Oh, for Pete's sake, sorry about this, guys. Give me a second. That's just me struggling with my tick over here. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so there's something about Recon One's videos that a lot of people are sort of wondering about, and I've heard a couple of questions about this. Why does his videos? Can you believe it, guy? I went to a Model C school, right?
Okay, we'll get a bit tongue-tied a bit, eh?
I think you and I had the same English teacher, didn't we? I think so. Yeah.
I mean, we must have crossed paths in one of the years. Definitely. We must have been in the same class.
Anyway, thank you, Gavin. His link is in the comments below. But what I wanted to do is put the link on the screen because I want to clip this whole thing. I wanted to show you this. Look at this beautiful stuff that he does. And one of the reasons why his videos are so good, I'm going to go through in a couple of minutes quickly. Let's just watch. I'm going to get on it. Okay, I'm going to stop there. All right. So one of the things that makes Recon One's videos look so awesome is basically very simple. This guy incorporates cinematic language into his videos.
That looks very professional.
Yeah. So let me turn down the volume here. I don't want to get... so one of the things that he does very, very awesomely, if you look at this shot, for example, if you will notice in all of his shots, let me turn on the comments. You tell me what you guys think. I don't want to talk cock here. Huh? I want to talk crap. Let me put you on top. Yeah, slick, right? So there you go. I'm going to put you... Okay, Saint Struggler is saying something about moral relativism. Messed up that shot. So one of the things that makes his videos so freaking beautiful is that cinematic language. One of the things about cinematic language is framing. Let me do this. The framing he always used, what I've noticed about his videos, he doesn't have too many GoPros, but maybe one or two. He doesn't have a drone. But if you frame all your shots center, like for instance here, center, so you see there's two halves, one half down the middle, and one half right across. You can see my mouse, right? All his shots are kind of like a variation of this, either 2/3 or half and half, and it makes it look so good. Also, the color grading. He gives it a cinematic color grade because the oranges are oranging and the greens are greening. And also, here's one of my favorite shots that he does, right? You see the half again, half there and half here. You got the foreground. He also has depth. He has the tree in the back, him in the middle, and then of course this big boulder in the front dividing the two halves. And also incorporate action, right? So, I mean, don't even forget about the lighting he does from the top right? Imagine spending the time, if you have one GoPro, to set up this shot, set up that shot, But also, you got to wait for the right time of day, because this light over here is not by accident. He waited till the sun
No, for
was
sure.
in the water, and he could do this shot too. Once again, half, one thing over there. He's in the middle. He's usually here or there or there. He's never like anywhere else. Here, or here. In all his shots.
Is he all alone? Eh? It's just him. There's nobody else with him, or like he doesn't have. It's just a one-man show.
Yeah, it's just him and his drone, freaking lumbing in the bushes. Yeah, how's that? So yeah, and also the favorite thing that he does in his videos is sound design. He makes very sort of cowboy western country. Yeah, it's pretty freaking cool, and I think this is why his videos are very high quality. You can see there once again, he's either here dividing half and half. Freaking great, man. Oh, plus Chantal is right, and his dog. He's got a dog out there. Okay. It's pretty yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm gonna leave his link in the comments. I mean, the comments below, the description below, and all of that. Yeah, worthwhile to watch. Yeah.
How many videos does he post? Like, how many videos on average does he post a week? Would you say?
Well, I don't. Twice a month, I would say. Twice a month. Okay. But here's the thing. I think he announces something interesting here. Let's play that. There's no music, so.
So somewhere in between me lighting that fire and now the sun started going down on us very quickly, which is kind of to be expected. It is that time of the year. The winter is fast approaching us, which means that the days get shorter fairly quickly. I just didn't know it was going to get that short that quick. So I did pitch the dome tent off camera. I've got the stretcher in there ready for a comfortable night's sleep. None of that storm challenge stuff tonight.
Yeah, that was
I want to take a second in this video just to give a huge thank you and a shout out to the owners of this property, Peter and Eliane. If you guys are watching this, you guys have been more than a.
It's not me, Peter. By the way, he's not.
Not your ranch.
No, it's not my ranch. Yeah, it's the other properties. So the other properties.
Accommodating to me, your hospitality has been absolutely phenomenal, and the property that I am on is so magical that I don't know, quite frankly, what to do with myself while I'm here. Before I cut my jabbering, guys, lastly, I just want to mention that YouTube has now given me memberships on this channel. All this driving around, going places, obviously requires gas in the tank. I think 2 or 3 of you guys have signed up as members to support the Diesel and Dust crew, and massive shout out to you guys. Thank you very much. I hope that we can grow that membership. It's going to make it a lot easier for me to do these videos, at least until some AdSense revenue comes in. But as we all know, that is never a lot, and I am here to entertain you making these videos for you. For dinner tonight, we are doing a hot and spicy chakalaka boerewors roll with some melted cheese on it, and then I've got a very interesting dessert that I've actually been looking forward to for the last 2 months and just never got around doing. Enjoy that.
All right, Kuku. Yeah, I think everyone in here has seen this video, so I don't want to belabor the point. Yeah, yes, week on one. Cool. So yeah, boy, yes. Okay, so there was another thing I actually wanted to move on to, but let's see quickly what's up in the comments.
Good idea.
Okay, yeah. Saint Struggler, there's a continuation of the moralistic story that I was talking about. If people were less morally relativistic, they would have more, there would be more family oriented. Dating would be less about using and manipulating, and more about finding the right father or mother for their kids, in my opinion. Oh, what's with this controversial view? Oh my God. Oh man. What are you suggesting? Less manipulation? Less using, less transactionalism? Oh, he must have been born
in an ideal world, yeah.
True. Yeah. Saint Struggler, you're not wrong. The best moral code is Christ's morality. Yeah, you know what? In my experience, that's becoming more true and true the older I get. Now, this is coming from me being a staunch atheist in my early mid-20s. But yeah, that's a story for the Guy Show, by the way. We'll talk about that. Let's see. Joey says, I'm out for a bit, folks. Grub time. Okay, get some food.
Adios, Joey. Keep on.
By the way, don't forget, Joey's show is happening at, what is this? Hopper 6 tonight. So you guys know in the comments, in the chat, you guys know Joey's show is at Hopper 6 tonight. I'm going to be there. Be joining up. Cool. All right. So,
Sorry, Pete. I want to say sorry. Thank you for saving my bacon. I just have to quickly say thank you for saving my bacon with that promoter, bro. Thanks so much, bro. I thought I'd thank you in person.
Break it down.
Remember, I was gonna potentially sign with him, and you had a look at it, and I messaged him and I said, look, I'm not gonna pay you to promote my music. It's just not a good fit, and I don't think it's gonna work out. And then he was pressuring me for the money like lank, bro. And then I said, look, no, I'm just not prepared to work with you. I don't really know you, and I'd rather just carry on and just grow my SoundCloud organically. But that was a close one, man. I was close to potentially signing with him. So thank you. That report, you helped me out big time.
Yeah,
thanks, bro.
Yeah, you know what? You know who you should actually be thanking? You should be thanking Alfreda. Alfreda is the one I told. Oh, you don't know who Alfreda is?
No, I don't. Who's Alfreda?
Alfreda is my local AI. She used to co-host, but she was so crap, so I fired her.
Keep her behind the desk now. She's just on the bike. She's just behind the scenes now.
She's so good. She's so good behind the desk. But she's not. Yeah. So Alfreda. Actually, do I have a picture of Alfreda here? No.
Show me. You don't even have a picture of her. Shame.
No, I don't know. But yeah. So Nomad over here.
You should give her a promotion. Pay her a bit more after what she did, after how she helped me.
You know what?
That was
her review is coming up this winter around June. So,
but it was just. I'm just saying. No, absolutely. Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Nomad. And I saw. I did actually initially want to speak to Ghost Dumper, but I was just going to say what this guy did. I don't want to spend too much time talking on it, but he took one of my tracks and he boosted it. Like it went from like 300 listens to almost 800. And I thought okay, he's showing me his worth before just asking money. So that kind of threw me off a bit. But then when I delved into it, there was no substance behind the likes, there were no likes behind the extra numbers. People who commented had naught followers and naught following. So he was just strategically like boosting my playlists and comment section with bots from what I could see. And I'd rather have like 100 real people than 1,000 bots. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is, and I agree. Money up front. And look, he had over 500,000 TikTok followers, but there was no picture of him anywhere. He was just an invisible face, like, and my thinking is if you got a nice following, if you got a lot of people supporting you, you'd want to show your face and be proud of your work, but there was nothing, he was nowhere to be seen. So many promotional scam artists.
Freaking Hogwarts. What, you said his name twice and suddenly he popped up. Look at him. You're like a Candyman.
Candyman 5 times. We watched that movie back in the day, and we all tried to go into the bathroom and do it. None of us could do it. We were like that horror movie got to us all as kids when we were like 12, 13. Candyman, I dare you to say it 5 times in a row. Like, no, none of us would. None of us would. Not even in the daytime. So that Candyman guy. Yeah. No, listen.
I gotta tell you a story, dude. This one time, we had just moved offices for my earliest job in Cape Town. So I'm in Cape Town, 24 months? I'm kind of fresh. This is a new area, so I'm getting familiar with it. It's around the area where there's a lot of castings that happen. It's Frida Hook area. There's the castings and there's costume shops. So there's a lot of film stuff that goes on within that neighborhood. I didn't know this, that the new offices down below was a costume shop. So me going to lunch, I gotta go downstairs. They just opened up. So I'm down the stairs, I'm off to lunch. And there's this tall dude sitting or standing or sitting. He was just, I think he was walking up and down, talking to himself. I'm looking, well, what the fuck? Tall dude, long trench coat. What the fuck is going on? So I'm walking slow. It's not exactly the middle of town. So any strange person, I'm aware. So I keep looking, and then the dude turns around. He has a piece of paper. And then he stops and he looks. He sees me. We lock eyes. It's fucking Candyman. The guy, the actor. He passed away.
The guy that played him.
Yeah. I forget his name.
Wow. I also do. After I can't remember his name. Yeah.
His name. He's tall and he's got that distinctive face. He's in makeup.
I can picture him in my mind. Yeah, no, I can visualize him, but I can't name him. I can't put a name to him. But just hectic, bro.
I'm like, oh fuck, it's Candy. I say, how's it? I wasn't scared. I wasn't expecting to see freaking Candyman on my first or second year. It was really nice, really interesting. I never spoke to him, but because he was practicing his lines. Jeez. Anyway,
okay.
That was a story.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. Ghost Stomper, I see you. The Ghost Stomper has this project where all the streams are going to be in there. Ghost Stomper, I wanna speak to you about this one because there's a project I've been doing, of course, Stream Pulse, summarizing videos. Yeah, that's what I'm up to. But yeah.
Cool.
30 minutes in. Here's a bit of a palate cleanser. Have you ever seen this? This is basically kind of what happens here in Cape Town. But I'm sure you're familiar with it.
Look, I've said the O2 this you must know you're back with another public service announcement. How's this brother in trekker out this morning? Yes, he's climbing on the men's car. I say in a lekker. This driver thought, fuck you, man. You need to get off here. This bro didn't care. Obviously not hundreds, bro. I don't know what he's smoking, bro. Methamphetamine, I don't know, but must be definitely doing something right now. He's scaring some normal commuters and people in the road. They're like, what's this man doing? He gets to the taxi. He's like, I'm jumping to one of those taxis stuck. And he's doing a roly-poly on the phone. The man get out and tell him, hello. Open in your cock. Someone open in your cock. Pass my team. Boom. And they twin the guy. Poof. Another twin. Poof. I don't know if it was.
Don't know.
Warranted by bro, but if you're gonna jump on my car, bro, I might just jump on your pit as well. But bro, die man vangie julle kak and he's thinking he's Michael Jackson in the middle of the streets. Right now, and he goes to the next buggy and he says, yes, I want us to jump on your gat also. Boop, and he's like a roly-poly again. They're like, my bro, stop us, bro, what kind with you? Right now, the man shot another roly-poly and another roly-poly. And then I say, my bro, you fucking not listening now. Yeah, that's Jay. Say, see you for Oshi, man. Kagi, match man, yo. Chay, match man. So fucking
yeah, I think this happened when Fruit Taker. Oh shit! Who was it? Was it Chantal? You sent it to me. What the hell?
No, that's brilliant. If you could get beaten up and get up straight away, definitely I'd say 10-1 odds. He had too much stick, bro. He just smoked too much of the pop there, bro. Yeah, no. Yes, see. But I mean, you talk like okay, I've never seen that kind of thing. But yeah, where I am by the beach, yeah, by Humewood, right by the beach. Pete, you must the amount of like homeless and homeless people and like people that hang out here, it's quite scary, eh? Between here and the pier, like people sleeping under the bridges on mattresses. It's gotten quite bad. And the one guy the one day was digging through bins and like you could see he was high as a kite and acting all weird and talking to himself, you know. But so like I didn't think Summerstrand or Humewood, you know, I've been living here for like 4 months or so, was so hectic, like, you know, like with homelessness and stuff. It's hectic.
Well, you know, Guy, I'll say this, man. I'll say this, bro. It's been happening over the period of the past 15, 20 years. You know, that slow creeping decline where, apartment is just ignored. You know, I do recall when that whole man, let's do this. Let me do this quickly. You guys in the comments. Gavin, let me ask you this. Tuesday night, I want to do. I don't know what you're doing Tuesday night, guys. We should do a show. We can talk about. I want to talk about PE because we grew up there.
Okay.
I want to go. I want to do a deep because I don't want to dive into because I want to go through all the places where we remember as we used to hang out and grow up around. I want to go through what it looked like with Google Maps and what it looks like now, just in the past 15, 20 years, right? And then we can see that.
Exactly. I'd say 20 years. That's 2004 was when Central started to go to when all the Nigis came off the boats, and within 2 years, that's when Central was turned on its head. Yeah. So now we can. Yeah. I've been here for 44 years. I've lived in this town for medium-sized, glorified town, not a city, a glorified town, for 44 years. So I've seen it decline, around the old CBD and stuff, and moving. Yeah.
You've seen the Casbah rise and fall in that cities. I mean, that's if you can see a big sandwich place rise and fall in the city, then you're a historian, basically a historian. So I want to talk about that. Can we talk about it on Tuesday?
I think I'm just trying to think of. I think this Tuesday is actually pretty good. Yeah, it's like I said, I'm sitting outside my room now because it's actually hot here today and it's quite stuffy in my room. So I'm here in the lounge area. Nobody else is here today, which is awesome. So what time is Tuesday night at? 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 9 p.m. But if we can extend this to next Sunday too, which is fine.
Okay. So cool. Maybe that actually works out better. I'd say it's better. Yeah, I'd say it's better. Maybe we do that for then, yeah. Because also Tuesday you have other guests on, and I saw last week Tuesday, you guys, there's a whole bunch of you talking in that, and that's your Tuesday slot. So that's cool, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, we had a bit of a panel show. When the It's Not Okay TV crew pull in, it's always going to be pow 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 fireworks.
No, it was very cool. I enjoyed watching last. So, and then but the Wi-Fi went down, so I watched up until that car crashed, where the car crashed and the guy got out and he was fine. And I was digging the show. It was awesome hearing your mate Pius talk about his comedic stuff and all of that, and I was enjoying it. But then the Wi-Fi went down, so I got scoped out. Otherwise, I would have stayed on. Yeah, so I think you're right. Keep your panel and keep everything your Tuesday Eve flow. You got a great vibe there. Keep that cool. And maybe if you want to do it next Sunday, do a deep dive, talk about some hot topics. We can do that. Eh?
I think we're going to do that. Okay, so it's planned and covered.
Sweet.
And by the way, Alfreda, make a note of what Guy just said. She's going to read the transcript and make notes. But cool. We can thank the ANC for that. I think we can thank the ANC for a lot of crap. Oh my God, man! Goddamn it.
Unfortunately so.
It's Not Okay Tuesday. Cool. Yeah. By the way, Ghost Stomper was on It's Not Okay TV last week Thursday. Man, yeah, it's a great show. By the way, great show. Okay. So, quick. I think we've already done a palate cleanser. There was another thing I wanted to show you guys. This week, there's been a whole bunch of sort of trailers and whatnot released because it's the beginning of the month and there's a whole bunch of stuff coming in. But we've spoken so much about a whole bunch of things, so I'm not going to cover everything. I'm not going to cover all the trailers I wanted to watch. I wanted to show you guys. Okay, that will leave for Tuesday. I'm going to leave that for Tuesday. Let's go through some trailers, right? So there's this new Guy Ritchie thing coming in on the 15th of May, all right? You know how we are fans of Guy Ritchie.
Big time. Legendary director. He's had his one or two misses, but I mean, he gave us Lock, Stock and Snatch and The Gentleman and Rock and Roller. I mean, listen, he's
for every miss he gives us two good ones.
Agreed. I agree with that ratio. Big time. No, he's a legend.
So let's, by the way, just to make a note, I haven't watched any of these trailers. One of the things I'm trying to do is to sort of watch the trailers here with you guys. And it gives me stuff to look at. Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Call Gary into my office. There is a situation here.
I assure you, you'd like to listen. The alternative is very expensive.
Gary! Get them out of my office now.
Gary, a moment.
Oh, wait a minute.
There are two versions of how this narrative plays out.
Exhibit A.
Gary waits patiently and quietly by the door.
Exhibit B.
Gary steps forward and you spend the next 6 hours sponging him off the walls. I know which version Gary would prefer. Gary.
Manny Salazar. He's not really the guy you loan $1 billion and expect to see it back.
You think you can recover it?
You know I can. And this job, when mistakes are made, you need insurance. Kids, don't say a word. Follow me. Bronco and Sid will now solve it their way.
You what?
Love the shirt.
It's silk.
Of course it is.
I just told you. It's silk.
This is Salazar's island. The police are on payroll, and he has a reasonably experienced private army. Tick every box.
Tick every tuck.
Lube every wheel.
Lick every stamp.
3, 2, 1.
Range 300. Weight 275.
Make your mind up.
250. Ram it, Janet.
They operate in the gray.
Cool.
I foresee a problem. I am aware that there is a 300-foot deep untraversable ravine, but if you give yourself enough runway, build up some speed, and flap your arms like so,
it should take the bump out of the landing.
Okay. So, guy.
Yo.
By the way, it's a beautiful name. By the way, did I ever tell you that you have a fucking fantastic name? You know.
Thanks. I like it. It's short. 2 point.
like-
Yeah, no, it's cool. I'm happy with it.
It reminds
Thank you,
me-
pal. Thank you.
reminds me of a certain prolific director. So, but also look at, what else?
see a problem. I am.
Doesn't that vegetation remind you of like, you know, the mountains of the Eastern Cape or something like that?
Yeah, it's got a vibe. The bushes and stuff are very similar. Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah.
This movie looks pretty captivating. It looks pretty intriguing. Yeah, but it does. That vegetation looks like something you'd see here in the veld, really, like on the farms around the area and stuff like that. Yeah.
You know, just around that mountain or over that mountain is a field of rooibos. You know what I mean? And you know, you could.
Yeah, no, definitely.
This scene pretty much looks like one of those recon YouTube videos. You know, like, I mean, look at
yeah,
the freaking bushes. Yeah. Anyway, I'm thinking I'm gonna go see this at some point, and I'm not gonna go see it. I'm gonna wait for it to
I was
arrive.
about to say, sorry, so when last did you go to the movies? When last have you been to an actual physical cinema to watch a movie?
I think the last one was Sinners. The last movie I saw was Sinners.
Yes. That. How was and what did you did you rate it? Was it cool?
It was good. I did a nice review, proper review of it on the channel. I thought it beat my expectations. I thought it was going to be preachy, you know, woke, but it was a vampire story told in earnest. It just so happened to be set in that scene, which is what I love. It is. If you want to tell a story like that, set it in the scene. Give me some good characters, inject a good story. Boom, I'm on board. Entertain me. That's that. Yeah. So that's what I thought. So that's the one I'm going to see. I'm definitely going to see it. But I'm not going to go to the theater for it. I don't know if I am. Yeah. It's got to be good. There was something else that I wanted to show quickly. Yeah, Gavin, it does look brilliant. Definitely going to see it. I closed the one poll off. Let me add this poll over here. Okay, you guys. Best thing about the cold season arriving. You know, one of the things I want to know is I've only ever done the show over summer, right? Because I started in October, stretches through the summer. Like, what are the Mensa like in the winter? You know, Sundays are going to be cold, a lot more than often, a lot more yes than no. So I've added that. You guys, let me know what you think. Gavin says, food. Of course, Gavin. Of course, the child, Gavin. All right. So, all right. Staying home, guilt-free. That's pretty fair.
Yeah, it's not a bad one. It's not a bad one.
It's a good one.
It's not a bad one.
What I'm going to say.
Sorry, Pete, just that I can't really check from my phone. What are the four options there?
Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So sorry. I was actually looking to answer. Here you go. Okay, so the question is best thing about the cold season arriving. Is the question. Option number 1, the food, full stop. Option number 2, films hit different in the cold. All right. Option number 3, staying home, guilt-free. Option number 4, layering up. Fashion season is here. As you can tell, there are no wrong answers. All right, don't feel guilty.
No, for sure.
So
I think,
me,
yeah, staying home guilt-free is quite a good one. Tuesday it poured with rain. Yeah, it was like hectically. But I mean, we've had mostly sunny days, but Tuesday was biblical with the rain and the cold. And I I didn't make it to the club, to my wellness club. I just chilled there, and I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel bad at all. So yeah, I didn't feel bad in the slightest.
you shouldn't feel bad because imagine you were trying to get to your place and you get swept away into a river full of crocodiles, and suddenly you turn out to be a snack for a crocodile.
Exactly. No, so I'd go with that one. Stay home guilt-free, yeah. And the food, and then the food, yeah. Food does taste. You do appreciate a warm, home-cooked, or like just a meal anyway. In the cold.
You gotta appreciate a good, well-cooked meal in the cold, especially when it's warm. 1044 says he doesn't like the cold. Me neither. So it seems to me that 1044, you're a summer guy, right? I'm a summer dude. Oh, spring. Yeah.
Yeah, spring. Yeah, that spring, autumn when it's like. It's a bit crisp, crisp like the sun's out, but it's like a nice crisp weather, Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, hot day for a beach swim is awesome, but I mean, no, listen, the Feb and Jan, like heat that we had, 30 degrees, my room was like a sauna. I don't go for that, but those crisp autumn, spring days, definitely. Yeah, those are awesome.
Fine balance. It's not quite there. Yeah. Ghost Stomper says, I like 24 degrees Celsius, right? Your Goldilocks, like the Goldilocks zone.
Yeah, the Goldilocks porridge. Yeah, just the right.
Just okay. You can't choose neither or. All right, fair enough. Okay, sweet. So, here we go. Nomad says you layer up and everyone looks chubby. Wow. Well, if actively looking chubby, it all cancels out, right? So, all right, fair enough. Okay, so it looks like the majority of you are just gonna stay home guilt-free. For me, I'll go with Gavin. Get some chow, right? Because I see the flaw in the logic of the questioning. Because if you stay home guilt-free, you're probably chowing. Probably
the two go hand in the two. There's definitely a correlation between those two, without a doubt.
Right? Are you willing to change your answer there, Gavin? Yeah, but I'm going for the food, dude. I'm going for the food. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me hide that one. I got another one here for you guys. So let me start winding down the show here. Part of the data that I collected today was to gather some facts about today. So on this day in history, some interesting things happened, guys. So today in history, if I can get my stats correct over here, I'm not going to show the hijacked buildings. There was that I wanted to show. Ooh, really? Oh, my notes already shut down? today in 1980 something, the last episode of Dallas was shown. Are you kidding me? Did you destroy my entire history? Sorry, guys.
No worries.
I think why I fired her. Okay, here we go. I think I got it now. Seven Samurai. That's not the right one. Oh shit. Okay, sorry, you guys. What I had was this. I think the first satellite TV broadcast was Today in 1965, right? And I actually had a video to show maybe the first broadcast. It wasn't going to be too long. Let's start winding the show down over here. So the first satellite TV broadcast on this day in 1965. So we are streaming from a phone. Streaming. You know, Alfredo wrote this for me. I don't understand what this is about. So I'll read it. You tell me what you think in the comments. Ghost Stomper thinks, yeah, he got the right answer there. I don't even know it's the right answer. 1965, first satellite TV broadcast that was made today. On this day, 1965. Okay, 2026. We are streaming from a phone. No, we're not. No, we're not. But we are streaming. What would you say the biggest leap is? Number one, black and white TV. Number two, satellite cable. Well, the biggest leap, right? From black to color.
Yeah.
From satellite to cable. Of course, it's going to be from streaming to watching anything, anytime. What kind of question is this?
That's pretty. That's I think there's no.
I apologize.
No scratching there.
Yeah, oh, good lord. Okay, all right. I'm gonna hide and stop that one. Let me put on the next one.
Yeah.
Last one, I think, from this series. We're gonna continue on Tuesday. The first ever spam email, and once again, this ties into something someone said earlier. The first spam email was sent today, in 1978. Now it's everywhere. I mean, I think I got spam now.
Yeah, probably do our inbox.
Yeah, we better check. What's the modern equivalent now? Okay, autoplay that never stops. Option number one. Option B, influencer ads as content. Is that the new slop? Is that the new spam? Notification spam from every app, you know? Freaking your Uber Eats wants to remind you to get fat. Hey, you forgot to contribute towards your heart attack today. And then number four, suggest follows you'd never want. Yeah. Like, you know, when Facebook tries to put you back in touch with people you're trying to avoid.
Yeah. Yeah, the notifications one is quite irritating. Yeah. The notifications one is quite
more irritating than influencer as ads content. Like you think you're watching an educational.
Sure. Yeah.
It's a tough.
Yeah, it is.
We should have an all of the above.
It's all these cookies, eh? You gotta be so careful. First party cookies, third party cookies. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how much your stuff just gets cast far and wide, eh?
Yeah, Chantal says autoplay can be switched off. Okay, sweet.
There we go.
So
Cool.
the first one is okay. You have control over that. Nomad says every single app has adverts. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen. Yeah. Well said. No, listen. Adverts are running rampant out there.
Yeah. If you're not, what did you say? If you're not paying the product, custom part 4 is the only thing you can't control. 4 is the only thing you can't control.
Fair enough. You're right. You can, if you just take a bit of time and invest, you can switch your notifications off and tailor them and edit them. Absolutely. So makes a very valid point there.
So suggested follows is the one you can't control. Oh, okay. That's a good question. So which is it? Okay, there's 2 categories here. There's a category of slop that you can control. Like, for instance, email coming to you with spam. You can always add a filter to go, okay, I don't want to deal with spam.
Yep.
So I guess the one you can't control is worse, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It would make sense. But of that you cannot control, which one of those is the worst? Apart from the suggested. Actually, Alfreda, make a note of that question. We're going to ask that.
That's a good one. That's a very good one. That's such a nice ripple effect from this question to take it. What is the most, inconvenience or annoying or grating thing that you cannot control? That's it's just bombarding your social media and the internet. Yeah, for sure, man.
It would almost be like you'd want to introduce into a platform. Like, okay, we don't have control over this, but how do we do it? Okay, sweet. Chantal says...
Obviously, you have to... do you have to say?
It's a notification you can switch off, so you can control.
Yeah, you can. That's what I agree with. So that's why you can edit and then sort out your notifications. Absolutely, Chantal. I agree. But like you said, with also stuff, you got to pay for you got to pay for things if you want ad free and this free, and you pay for that and pay. So obviously, you're talking about things that are without your control. That you can't control if you don't pay for something to control it. Is that what you're implying?
It's almost inflicted upon you. Like yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. But I'll design the question. We'll put it up for everyone over a couple of shows. We'll see. Okay, let's see. WhatsApp voice notes. I wish I could ban them without banning the contact. I don't want to accept voice notes. I wish, and I'm guilty of this, I'll be honest, but I wish I could set a time limit, because I don't want to receive a 5-minute voice note. No,
that's brilliant. I agree. I have a chick friend, when I chat to her, like, we're just in the habit of sending each other 7 to 10 and once in a while 7 to 10 minute voice notes, and I actually said to her once, let's try and keep them under like 3 minutes. Rather do 3 minutes than one 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Just break it down, and so that's the cool one. Yeah, because I'm like you, I love a voice note. I just yak, so also I'll drop in. I can easily drop a 3-4 minute 5-minute voice note if I want to, but I do try and keep them about 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes.
Yeah, 1.5 minutes is kind of where I push it. 1 minute, it's you can do a whole narrative, start, middle, finish, like a mini movie. You can start, middle, finish. If you push it to 1 minute and a half, you can start with a trailer. You could do a bit of a trailer. Post credits. You could do a post credits. Crap, anything longer than that. Get out of here. Get out of time. Who wants that shit? Unless you're telling me about where to go get my money in detail, then you can take 10 minutes.
Yeah, something of extreme importance that requires a step-by-step guide. Yeah, no, for sure.
Take as much time as you have in order for you to let me know. So Guy, we're going to be winding down pretty soon.
Awesome. Thanks for letting me
Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
So let's
Okay, I'm going to bounce out. Everybody have a good week. All the best and stay blessed.
Oh, hang on. Don't forget. We're going to send you off. Say goodbye. Look, 2 hours. I'm going to say goodbye. Say goodbye to them. Don't jump out quite yet. Okay, so
sure.
Last thing, let me shut down this poetry over here. I'm going to keep this poll alive, and I'm going to repeat it on Tuesday. Let's see what's what. Okay, cool. I'm going to stop the poll there. Yeah, thank you guys for coming through tonight, this afternoon. It's so freaking dark outside. As for me, I am going to have dinner a little later. A bit early, but I'm going to have dinner a little later and then have a good time there. Let's close off the comments section. Nomad says, yes, I will never voice note you ever again. Oh, good Lord. Jeez. Okay. So I guess maybe, okay, you're not talking to me, are you? Okay. So people will send me a 5-minute voice note and then message me 2 minutes after sending it. And wanting to reply. That's the worst. It send you a 10-minute voice note and send you a freaking message 5 minutes afterwards. Okay, Nomad says, you asked me in-depth question and I answered you. Ooh, fair enough. All right. We'll continue this conversation on Tuesday, my friend. Kevin. All right. Kevin says, you can use us. You can use an AI app that turns a voice note into text message. Oh man! So now I got to install an app to translate an app from what is likely has been sent from an. I think there has to be a cutoff of the inception layers. 1 minute. So if you can't say it in a minute and a half, is it worth it? Is it worth? I don't know, man. All right. Okay. Well, okay, guys. I think, I think this is the point where I'm going to bid you adieu. Dude, thank you for showing up. Yeah. And I'll reach out to you about the guy show next Sunday.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Thank you for having me, Pete. Thanks for the hot tag. And thank you, everybody. All the best. Stay blessed. Ciao for now. Cool. Cheers. Adios. Ciao, ciao.
Great. Okay, ladies and gents, that was my good buddy Guy. Yeah. Thanks for joining me. This was fun. It's 4 o'clock. 2, 3, 4. Okay. It's looks like it's about to rain again, and I am gonna go outside. I haven't been outside in a minute, so I'm gonna jump on my bike, ride down the promenade. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for pitching up. Next week, I am busy preparing a survey. It's 121 subscribers right now. This is the 28th episode of the Sunday Lunch Show. Just started the Late Late Show, which is on Tuesday nights, 5th episode. I want to do more of that, but I kind of want to know more from what you guys are, experiencing of the show, of the channel. What do you want to see more of? What would you say I could improve? Yeah. And I want you to be honest. Okay? No, you must not be nice about your opinion about what you think here. All right? The more constructive criticism I can get, the better. So, yeah. So, I'll be releasing a survey this week just for you guys to answer some general questions. Give me an idea of what you think. But yeah. Other than that, thank you very much. I'll be in the Discord channel, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday night. I'll give you an update on what's what. We'll keep that show nice and short. Thank you for today. Oh, by the way, sunny and warm here in the Strand today. What are you talking about? How can it be sunny and warm? Are we in the same province? Okay, that's weird. You're not too far from where this cloud is. How can it be sunny and warm over there? No ways. I smell bullshit. Anyway. All right. So 1044 says you should do a survey about surveys. I should do a survey about surveys. Okay. All right. Maybe you are in the eye of the storm. Maybe it's this one big system, and then you're just in the middle as the storm moves up country. That's bizarre. It cannot be sunny over there. Okay, 1044. Enough with your... I was going to say dumb ideas. It's not a bad idea, actually. But yeah. Anyway, let's see how we can land the plane. Do I have something here? I think I might have something. All right, this is what I'm going to name. This is what I'm going to name my My next.
My name is Oman Yakwata Kata African Charembe Kabikata and
My name is Gishale Chalem Kabi Kwasi.
No one can spin a word.
Oh no, I can't be had an epic
I feel as though these guys probably have the tightest password. Imagine your password was like this. Imagine this was your password. I know my crypto is going to be secure if my password is like this. Whoa. Whoa, does your name come with like a Tokyo Drift sound? Imagine that. Imagine your name has a clutch, a grinding clutch sound. This is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Oh no, I cannot be has
His name started with, oh no. Oh no. You got to take him serious. Goddamn, how do you spell that? Whew. We live in a beautiful world, guys. We live in a beautiful world.
My name was the Tigich Tapuna Anakubi Magisara Goikota Don Usepa.
Get out of here. I know your name is Gerald. Come on, Gerald. What are you talking about, G? Come on, young Jeezy. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the other side. But hang on a second before I move on. I was having fun, but 144, it's warm over there too. What? All right, well, enjoy it. I know I like to show off the good weather here in Cape Town, but yeah, enjoy the good weather, sir. Yeah. You taking a piss? I don't know. This homie seems young. Come on, you can't be. Was he taking a piss? I don't know. Oh boy. My name is Jam. Goddamn. I think if I were to go pick a GIF, this would be GIF. Yeah, this is GIF. This would be GIF. My name is GIF. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. What a beautiful freaking planet we live on, man. This is great. Oh, man. Yeah, how do their mothers yell at them? Yeah, you're right. That's a good question, because you know how it is. You're gonna yell out the full name if you're gonna chastise the kid. You're gonna yell out the full. Ah, boy, good Lord, you guys are too much. All right, guys, I gotta go. What you saying over here? 104, small tribe, language made up of sounds. It's phonetic language, right? Fascinating. It's probably how we spoke in the early days, man. So cool. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining the Upper Room. Please don't forget to like below. It helps the channel. Subscribe. By the way, I'm posting a lot of shorts and whatnot. Those shorts really help. If you see a short from the Upper Room channel bubbling up on your feed, give it a like, give it a boost. It really helps. It's actually the only thing that helps. Yeah. But until then, I will be producing more videos and whatnot. But yeah, my work situation has changed this winter, so things are going to change. Hence me asking you questions in that survey. But yeah, look out for it. But yeah. Other than that, adios, and
of course.
Shared your rainy Cape Town with one of your. I shared your rainy Cape Town one with one of my. Hey! Fantastico. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. Have a good evening. And you never watch shorts. That's fine. That's all right. As long as you're here in the lives, you're good. You're not going to miss anything. Except for the parts where I'm talking about you. So don't you forget, don't take each other for granted. Have a good one, guys.